It's Tuesday, 25th, a couple days before. It's November, so it's just before Thanksgiving. Well, I got something for you today, kids. Anybody who's watching, it's thumbnail. Sedona, Arizona. Now, Sedona, Arizona is unique in more ways than one. Sedona, Arizona, it has the highest in the nation for sightings of the UFOs. Okay, did you eat that already? We're gonna have to give you a chewy. That way you can get out of here for a while. You better eat it. You better eat it. Don't bury it. Nah, sure. We'll have to see on that. So Sedona, Arizona has some unique traits. As I said, it has the highest UFO sightings in the whole nation. Now, the sightings occur around Cathedral Rock, around Mesa Airport up there. It's not a commercial airport, but it is for private, and it's around, well, let's see, Oak Creek Canyon. I used to live up in Flagstaff as a kid, so I grew up there. And we always went down and camped in Sedona. Got some stories there, but not right now. And so that's what I was going to say. These sightings for UFOs are very consistent. In fact, they're so consistent, they have UFO tours where you put on these goggles, night vision goggles, and they have telescopes, and they've got a lot of sightings that they can't explain. Now, that is one part of it. The other part is, did you not know that Sedona has the highest negative ions in the world? Now, when I was growing up, I thought positive ions is what the body needs to stay alive. No, positive ions, you die. It's negative ions you need to stay alive. So Sedona has the highest negative ions in the world. Hey, isn't that interesting? Is that what's drawing these critters from other places? I don't know. But the next place that has the highest negative ions would be India. After India is going to be, believe, yes, Australia. And after Australia, around the Bermuda Triangle in Florida. Those are the four highest. You can vet me on this if you wish, and get back to me if I'm incorrect, please. So what we have is, hey, we got a bunch of birds here. Let's take a look and see. We got my dog finally eating a chewy. And we got a bunch of little guys coming in at sundown. I don't know if the sun's messing this up, but this is a herd. This is a plethora of birds. Oh my goodness, look at all these guys go. I love those guys. I film every day. We're getting closer to where they don't fly off as much. Okay. So what I was going to say is, when I grew up in Flagstaff, I guess I was 4 to 8 years old, 8 years of experience. What I found was, every time we went down to Sedona, from Flagstaff down to Sedona, whether I was 5 years old, and all through my life, I've camped out in Sedona. So 5 to 35. I would go and camp out in Sedona, and I would always be carrying. We made fires, so I'd get wood. And what we did was we put a blanket down, and we put all the wood on the blanket, and then we put it over our shoulders. Well, as a kid, I did this. Oh my God, that guy's doing about 80 miles an hour in a 25 mile zone. Ooh, I hope they get him. So I'd be carrying wood back to the fire. Now, what I found was, from the 5 years of experience, let's say to 35 years of experience, I always said, when I brought the wood back, which was always a lot of wood for my size and everything, and I'd always said I felt I could carry more. It was like every time we went up there and camped. I didn't see anything up there at that time, but I'll go into UFOs in a sec here, that I did see right here on my property, going toward Camelback Mountain. Just hold on, hold on. So I'd always say, I feel I could carry more because I was, when I got up to 35 years of experience, I had trees on the back of my shoulder and I was carrying it. And I said, because I had super strength. And that's what I'm saying. These positive ions give you extraordinary strength as well as an awakening in your mind as far as awareness, feeling very happy. That's what negative ions do for the body. Hey, what do we got here? Some people talking to me? Sorry. Gotta take these sunglasses off, I guess. It's kind of bright, but I think I can get through it as soon as I get these goggles on me here. Okay, what do we got here, guys? Okay, remember to be, it says, watch the guidelines. Remember that, guys, watch the guidelines. Hey, Tuckin. Hey, have a good stream. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, I always loved Clint Eastwood. And LMR, hey, how you doing? And C Bim, hey, how you doing? And Ali Mar, hey, my dog passed away a week ago from my truck. His name was Skippy. And was a wiener dog. He was my favorite pet. Can you please sing a prayer for him? Hey, you know what? Ali Mussolini. If you look back, I got one on Skippy. I had a Skippy. He was a rescue. He was like in between a Bicon and a Shih Tzu. Sweetest little guy. I got episodes on that, and I have He's Gone, and that's the episode on that. Yes, we can do a prayer for all the dogs that have passed. Skippy was he was a rescue that only lasted about a year with me, and I cured the ringworm, but there was something more with his eyes and something internal that I didn't get to in time. So, okay, so let's do this. You got from my truck. We could go from my truck. Okay, so let's do this. We call to the angels of light to take all dogs that have made the transition and bring them to the safe place to where they will, after this transition, be guided back to their owners, which is a law, by the way, back to their owners in their next incarnation to learn, be guided, and progress higher. We ask this in accordance with the will of God. Amen. Okay, that's the prayer we have for these dogs, that anybody has had a dog that passed. And by the way, when you have a dog, Skippy's gone for me, and Skippy's gone for you, but look at it this way. The next dog you get, it's the law that dog spirit will come back to you. I was just thinking the other day, the little guy was always at my feet sleeping, and he was just a fantastic dog, Skippy was, and I'm sure your Skippy was also. And now they both skipped out to a higher level, and now we will have that little spirit come back to us according to the law of esoteric law. Okay, sorry to hear that. I know. It's tough when you lose a dog. I've lost so many, but Skippy was dog. I only had him a year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what time allotment we all have, and the time that we do have, we just have to be more kind, loving, and less judgmental, being kind, and just doing the best we can to progress spiritually. And dogs, as you well know, are the best. They have a universal love. They just wait for you to come home. They're just, and these people that beat dogs and everything, they still love you. So stop beating them. I mean, yeah, I don't want to go there. Okay, CBM. Hey, Martin, how you doing, CBME? And Ann Kadiel. Hey, how you doing? Ann Kadiel, I like and subscribe for you. Okay. Thanks, Ann. And by the way, anybody that subscribes to Uncle Martin, if you have a channel, I'll subscribe to you. And if you don't, if you subscribe, you'll know when I'm going live. It's really hit and miss right now because I got really crazy scheduling. Amen. Yes. James, hello, hey James. Hey, you subscribed too, James. Bless your heart. And all right, this guy. Hey, got one more for him. I love this dog. This is my other rescue. He was starved. He was in a cage. He was skin and bones when I had him. Now he's a little pork chop. But anybody that abuses dogs, you have some karma to work out that's going to come back to you. It's just not necessary to starve a dog, keep him in a cage like this guy. And I don't know what happened to people that would do such a thing. I don't know. It's very negative, by the way. And by the way, whatever you give out, you're going to get back tenfold. So let it be positive, all right? Okay, so where were we? Sedona. Thumbnail. Sedona, Arizona. So I would always say, going back to the campground, I feel like I was able to carry more wood. And that is what happens when you get negative ions into your body, to where your immune system goes up. You know, maybe that. Hey, what? One more? I got one more cookie. What a little slob you are! Look at you. Hey man, take that cookie. Yeah, he's actually eating them. He usually runs off and buries them. Yeah, he's a barrier. He buries a lot of stuff. In fact, I've walked around and I've fallen in some of those holes that he dug. Sprained my ankle, hurt my knee. I got to be careful when I walk around at night out here. So, Sedona, Arizona has UFOs that are highest in the whole United States for sightings. Isn't that interesting? So, is it just that Sedona has maybe negative ions, or is it just one of those places that? I'm talking about not only spaceships, but like orbs, just bright orbs zipping through the air. Kind of unexplained. Sort of like up in the Highlands of Scotland. They've got them up there too. All right. I got one more. This guy's chomping them down. He's a chomper. He's a chomper. Actually, he's eating these. It's quite remarkable. In fact, okay, you can't really see, but he is laying down. Laying down. And there I got all my little birds. Can you see all my little birds? They come in at sundown. They're getting a lot closer to me. Well, I usually give out a call for. Oh, there's a few more up there. Let's see if they'll come down. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. That's a dove call, by the way. Aren't they little cuties? Yeah, I love these birds. These are ring-necked doves. Then I got some pigeons. Pigeons have been taken out because I've got red hawks. Red hawks. They've come in from Camelback Mountain because they built buildings over there, and now the red hawks are living around by me. I don't want to talk to you. People are trying to throw things at me right now. Okay, hey James, you did subscribe, bless your heart. And hola amigos, hey mob 805, aloha. So Arizona has some unique things that UFOs seem to like, and I believe we have a lot of things to offer. Right now, I'm in the lower part of Arizona. I'm not going to say where, but it's in between Scottsdale, Phoenix, and Paradise Valley. That's all I can say. And what you find is from this area going up to Flagstaff, it's only like about an hour, 55 minutes, depending on how you drive, usually 2 hours. And Flagstaff right now has the highest amount of snowfall than Colorado and other states in the United States because we had this cold spree that came through. Now, a couple of weeks ago, it was 40-inch snow base, and right now it's a lot higher. So if you go up to Snow Bowl and do some skiing, it's fantastic. You might want to come out and do some skiing if you like it. And that's the beauty of it. Down here in the lower part, you can go swimming and then go up 2 hours and do some skiing. Isn't that crazy? So that's the versatility we have in Arizona. What I was going to say is there's a lot of stuff in Arizona. You can go just a margin of an hour or two, and you get different climates, different. Like Flagstaff has four seasons to it. Where right now where I'm at in Arizona area, we call it the Indian summer because it's like 71 degrees today, and as I said, November 25th, 71 degrees, and now we have 7 months of heaven. It's called the Indian summer. And then after that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we have 5 months of not heaven. So it's a place you might. There, Arizona is the highest for people all over the world coming to retire. Why would that be? Well, because we don't really. Well, we have some flash flooding, of course. But prior to that, we do have earthquakes. Yes. All right, one more. Earthquakes, I'll have something on earthquakes. I might as well tell you right now. I was 5 years of experience. It was up in Flagstaff, and I felt an earthquake. Now, this is at dinner time. It was in 1959. And I told my parents, I just felt an earthquake. And they said, yeah, shit, sit down and eat your dinner. And my brother says that, and he was 3. I didn't feel anything, and Mom and Dad didn't feel anything. So when I went out to there was a playground right outside our house, and I told everybody I felt an earthquake, and they said, yeah, we didn't feel anything either. Long story short, I looked this up, and in 1959 there was an earthquake, and apparently it was only like 35 miles away. And it was like a 4.5, and I was the only one that felt it. How could this be? Well, some of us are more sensitive to earthquakes, and I'll go into earthquakes, I promise, down the road. One more. This guy's getting a lot of cookies today. I got a little pocket full. I'm prepared. Okay, what do we got here? Salvation in Islam. Peace in Islam. Hey, Tekarek. Salvation in Islam and peace in Islam. I would like to see a lot of peace in Islam. I would hope there would be peace. But we will see. I can't go there right now. I'm staying with the thumbnail. Sedona, Arizona is very unique out of all the states. Not only can you see stuff that's in the sky. Now, I'm saying it's not necessarily everything from another galaxy. It could be very well our own stuff. Yeah. I don't want to go there either. That'll be another topic. One more. This guy's chewing them up today. He's not burying them. It's very unusual. He's always a barrier. This dog buries more things than I've ever seen. He buries bones, biscuits. I'll get this on video sometime. Okay, free Palestine. I want to free everybody. All right. It's like one race matters. Just one race. One race doesn't matter. All races matter. All right. In Palestine, absolutely, they should be free. So should Palestine and the people across the road from them, and everybody in the United States, everybody in the world should be free. free, making their own decision, making their own choices. And this is what our Uncle Martin believes. I don't want just one place having, let's say, extra treatment. All right, one more time. One more. How many is that? I gotta give me a count. I got one more biscuit. I didn't count them. Does anybody have a count on how many biscuits I've given this guy? And he's eating them? This is like a miracle. He usually runs off and buries them. So Sedona is the thumbnail, and the thumbnail is that if you ever come out here, you gotta go to Sedona. Okay, real fast. This is like 21 minutes. I want to make this short. Sun's going down. No more. Nope. No more. Go. Look at that face. He's got nothing from me now. Nah, I don't got anything, buddy boy. Oh, I do. I have one more. Remember, I said I had one more. That's it. That's it. That's all you get. Okay, one last fast little story for you that I witnessed on a UFO. True story. I got it written down somewhere. I think it was May or March, a few years ago. I was in my backyard. I had a fire going. And when I looked toward my Camelback Mountain, which is north from me, out of the sky, it was at 9:20, 9:30 in the evening, okay? Off to the left was an orb that came out of the darkness, just like right here. And then it went a good third of the sky out here, from here to over here, okay? Now, people have told me in the past, no more. No. Gotta be firm with this guy. People have told me in the past, oh, those were satellites. Satellites come in and they disappear like that. No. This is a third of the sky that came in out of nowhere, and then it went into nowhere and a third of the sky. But it wasn't just one. As soon as that one came in and the other one disappeared, I counted from that one because I was looking up that way and there was nothing, and then all of a sudden that one started. So I started one and it went up to 52. 52. Well, 5 and 2 is 7. That's very spiritual, but other than that, there was 52 that went from here all the way over here. And it wasn't no stinking satellite, because I've seen satellites come and go like that. I mean, they were always little short, little bit in, but not a third of the sky. I mean, they were like fireballs of something coming in and out. And so I said to myself, well, I got to get my binoculars and my telescope. So when I stopped at 52, I should have stayed there and kept counting. I didn't. I had to see closer. So when I got back out there with my binoculars and telescope, there was nothing. It was all stopped. And then it was during the alignment of the stars. There was like 7 stars that all lined up and all that. So it could have been something like that. Mom was into numerology and the planets and stuff. I looked it up and I went into that earlier, but offhand I don't remember all the planets that were lined up. So this is what happens. Okay, that was Musk's satellites, Starlink. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But there was 52 of them going from one part of the sky over to the other part of the sky. I've seen them zip in like that, little bit. You know, that would be a Starlink, but not from here, like a vortex opening up and a vortex closing, all third of the sky. That's what I'm saying, Mahaguna. That's what I'm saying. I've seen the satellites before. I've even watched them. I'm just saying, this was more than satellites, as far as I feel. Anybody's got something that they recall seeing like that? Give me a comment, okay? Yes, one rocket sent dozens of them at once. One rocket sent a dozen of them at once. This is more than a dozen. This is 52. 52. And when I left, I know there was more than 52 because they kept on going. I was gone for like 7 minutes trying to find my stinking telescope and binoculars. So I don't know how. That's what I'm saying. I should have stayed and watched more than 52. Okay, so Starlink. You're saying Starlink um, sent dozens of them at once. Was it more than 52? That's what I'm asking. So then I'd have to say maybe so. This is like a few years ago, and it was in Arizona. So if you got anything on that, please give me a comment. So that's pretty much what I want to say. Thumbnail is Sedona, Arizona. The unique things in Sedona, Arizona. Oh, one more thing. In the back roads that I was in Sedona, there's cliffs, and there's a one place that has a lion's head, perfect lion's head, and underneath the lion it has his paws. The paws and the mane and the head of a lion. Now that's interesting. But on top of the lion is an eagle. An eagle standing on top of a lion's head with the mane and the paws. Hey, it was just nature. They're saying it was just nature. And, well, it looked like a carving to me. But the only way it could be a carving is maybe somebody with a laser, maybe in a spaceship. Would have been a couple thousand years ago because these rocks are pretty well aged. Okay, yes, that was 2020 or something like that. 2020. No, this is like 2023. I'll bring that up for you because I wrote it down. I wrote that in the time. It was like 9:30, and it was like 3 years ago, and it was 52 of them, and I have all the alignment of the stars and planets. They were all in conjunction of lineups, and that's when things happen also. Okay, so that's all we got. Sedona, Arizona is the thumbnail. Anybody out there still watching, jump aboard, and if you want to subscribe to Uncle Martin, that's great. And if you have his channel, I'll subscribe to you. Hopefully you have something I can watch. And anybody that doesn't have anything, again, at least you'll know when Uncle Martin's going live. So, and if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. Watch a few more of my episodes. Maybe it'll warm your heart, warm the cockles of your heart. Okay, until we see each other again. This is Tuesday. I could possibly do something Wednesday tomorrow, and definitely Thanksgiving I'll do something. And okay. Hey, Sir Phil, sick cat, huh? It's a mini Tonka. Look up mini Tonka on the yeah, just look up mini Tonka. Mini Tonka hats. They're fantastic. This is over 30 years of experience. I've been through the snow, the rain, the wind. Yeah, I'll tell you, man. The sun, the desert, still holds its shape. It's a fantastic hat. I can get them for like $70, man. My mom got this for me in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It was at a thrift store. She says, "This is for my son." That was like 30 years ago. He's like, hello. And hi, I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. Hey, I love those rugs you guys make. I understand you make these fantastic rugs, and after they're done, you throw them out in the road for cars to drive over them. Hey, well, I got some of those rugs, and they are the fantastic rugs. I want to go to Turkey one time. I'll be out there someday. And, yeah. So until I see y'all again, be well. God victory. Stay safe.